Well, good morning from the morning of day 3. I didn't close out day 4. I was so exhausted when I got to Hauser Creek about 4:30. I had done about 8 miles, 8.5, something like that, from 7.2 to 5.5. Anyway, there was water cache there, thank God. The folks at CLEEF, Camp Lockett Equestrian Event Center facility, that's what it's, CLEEF. Anyway, they stocked some water there, and I was ever so grateful. I was just done. Anyway, went to sleep, and of course, since I went to sleep so early after eating, I was awake at 3 and couldn't go back to sleep. I'd had my 6.5 hours of sleep. Mind you, it was like 8 or 9 total, but I wake up a bunch and it's not easy to go back to sleep. So 3:30 I had warmed up my coffee and packed up and hit the trail by 5, which is an improvement. The first couple days it took me 2 hours to get out of camp. I am not a fast mover in the morning. So I am now headed down the trail and looking forward to some light because I'm using up the battery on my phone. Anyway, catch you down the trail. I think I'll probably do a check-in with you at Lake Morena. It's about 5 miles. There's a butterfly over here somewhere. It just fluttered past me. Oh, there it goes. Well, finally, on the downhill. It was rough this morning. Only did 4 miles. And I left about 5:30. And let's see, what time is it? It's 10:16. Anyway, really rough. 1,200 foot of elevation gain. So finally, heading down the last mile and 2/10 into Lake Morena. It's going to be mostly downhill. Thank you, Jesus. Well, there's a really awesome view of Lake Morena. And hopefully now I've got about less than a mile to get there. Yay! Hamburgers. I'm dreaming of hamburgers. Oh. There's the trail. And it goes on down that way. Hi, this is Future Editing Diane, and I thought I'd finish explaining about day 3. I went into Lake Morena and I got experienced my very first trail magic. Oh, it was so wonderful. It was such a hot day, and walked into the Lake Morena campground area, and somebody was leaving the campground that had been there with an RV and had some leftover beer, and they handed me an ice cold beer right off the trail, and it was so wonderful. There is nothing like it, especially when you're calorie deficient. You'll just eat or drink just about anything just for some calories, and boy, it sure hit the spot. in Lake Morena, there's a campground, and the hiker PCT rate is $7. I think I took a screenshot of that. And I went to the Malt shop, and I had 4 hamburger patties, and that was absolutely fabulous. Really hit the spot, made me happy. Camped out in the campground, and so the distance wasn't terribly high that day. It was only 5 miles, but trust me, in the heat, oh my gosh, 80 degrees when you're carrying a heavy backpack feels a bit like 100. So I was quite happy to end it with only 5 miles. They had showers there. It was wonderful to get washed up, and I think we washed our clothes in the sink and hung them out to dry, and it was just happy days. So then went on to day 4. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you like it, don't forget to hit a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more, please subscribe, and if you think of someone who might enjoy it, please share it with them. Thanks. Have a great day. Bye-bye. I thought I would additionally explain that I showed a screenshot of the mileage that I walked that day. Well, those include 5 trail miles, and it said 6.8, so the extra nearly 2 miles was walking between where you exit the trail and the malt shop, and then from the malt shop to the campground, and all of that added up. And that happens commonly throughout the trail. Is you will be doing a lot more walking toward, in some areas you're required to stay at a campground, toward water sources that may be blue trails, which are not part of the trail, but you must get off and get water. Anyway, so that explains that. You may also notice that after this point, I no longer have an umbrella. The umbrella was inverted multiple times by the wind, and it broke. I was gifted, because another hiker had decided they were going to part with their umbrella, I was gifted with another one. And yet, by the next day, I'd already decided I was going to try and cut my pack weight any way possible, and the umbrella went into the hiker box to be gifted to someone else who thought they might need one.